Hello everybody, this is Mike with FishHawk Sporting Clays. We're going to cover some safety rules and regulations and some etiquette you guys need to follow while on the course. First and foremost, we're going to start out with eye protection. Everybody, when you're outside the pavilion area here at the club, you must have eye protection protecting your eyes. And hanging on top of your head, a hat, hanging from your shirt, or sitting on a cart does you absolutely nothing. It must be over your eyes, protecting your eyes at all times. You can use your own personal glasses that you need to see with, or sunglasses. It just has to be something that actually protects the eyeball from an impact. The next thing we're going to cover is some hearing protection. We highly recommend it here. Nobody's going to walk around and look in your ears and make sure you have it in, but if you don't wear this, you're going to have a horrible headache at the end of the day. We're not responsible for the headache. There's two types here. These are called foamies. You crush these down really tight, shove them in your ear, hold them there for about 20 seconds. Let them expand. You basically won't be able to hear anything very well after that. And we also have these here. These are a little bit more reusable. You plug those in the ear, put them in as deep as you comfortably can handle it, and you'll notice a decrease in sound. So the other thing you guys are going to have to follow while you're on our course is the safety carrying and use of your shotgun. We'll cover the semi-automatic first. As you can see, the semi-automatic, the action is open. It must stay open at all times when your feet are moving until you're actually in the station with the barrel pointed out the front of the station, which is the area we're going to be shooting towards. At that point in time, you can load the shotgun, which would be putting a shell in here, closing the shotgun, loading a second shell in the bottom, and now I'm ready to shoot. Any other point in time after that, this action must remain open at all times when your feet are moving. We ask that you carry your shotgun in a manner like this, or in a manner of this way here, to where everybody can see the ejection port is open and there's nothing in the magazine. Please do not carry your shotgun like this, pointing at everybody as I'm waving it in front of you in the camera. It's a very unsettling feeling, even though you're not really here. So make sure that you carry the gun in a safe manner. When they're on the cart, the guns will be vertical in the cart racks. They will stand up somewhat like this. They will stand up in the rack on the cart. There's also racks at each station where you can set the shotgun down to where you don't have to hold it. So that covers the semi-automatic and your pump shotguns. The action must be open at all times when you're outside of the station walking, or whether it's on the cart. Now the over and unders are a little bit different. This is called an over and under because I got one barrel on top, one barrel on bottom. You also, if you bring your own shotgun and it's got a side-by-side barrel, that's fine as well. As you can see, when this is open, it just makes tubes, right? There's just tubes in it. There's nothing really about the shotgun other than that. So at all times when my feet are moving or I'm off the cart with the shotgun, the action must be open like this. No shells in the holes, everything's open. If you're walking around, there's two proper ways to carry the shotgun. We recommend this way, with the barrels forward. If you turn it around this way, as you can see, there's an awful lot of gun out there, and you go to swing around talking to your buddy and you smack him in the face, he's going to have a really bad day and be upset at you. So the other option you can use to carry these are like this: barrels down. You can see it, there clearly isn't anything inside of it, and this is how you're walking. Now these can be closed when you are walking up to a station and putting it in a station stand or the holder, where they can also be closed while on the cart. With the exception of, if it's in your hand and you're riding on the cart, it must remain open. It can only be closed if it is in a gun rack on the cart. So that's going to lead us into another subject with the carts. When you guys get here, you will see our carts have these really fancy, nice black gun holders on them. They're nothing but pretty. They're absolutely useless for holding the shotgun on the cart while the cart is in motion. If you guys look on the carts, we clearly have a placard on there that says, please hold your shotguns while the cart is in motion. I highly recommend, if you're driving the cart or if you're riding on the cart, make sure before you take off somebody is holding your shotgun or the other shotguns that are in the gun racks. Again, we're not responsible if things fall off. There is no setting shotguns horizontally on the carts in any way. All shotgun barrels must be pointed up while on the carts, unless you're dealing with an open over and under, and then at that point the action must be open if you are holding the shotgun. So the other thing we're going to cover is when you guys get out onto the course, there's going to be carts zipping around. Be mindful of each other. When you get out to a station, you're going to start at your assigned number station and you're going to go sequentially away from that. So if you start at number 3, you're going to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then if you start on 8 and that's the last station of the course, you're going to revert back to 1. If you guys keep that flow going, you won't all be standing around at station 6 waiting to shoot because it was the longest station to shoot at the end of the shoot. The other thing I want to cover is if you guys are out there and you're using multiple gauge shotguns, this is a 12 gauge and this is a 20 gauge. If you are using a 12 gauge, you cannot at any point in time put a yellow colored shotgun shell in your shotgun. The shotgun shell will fall way, way, way down inside the chamber, down into here. You will not see the shotgun shell, and you can put a 12 gauge shell behind it, close the gun and pull the trigger, and you're gonna have a really bad day. We're gonna be calling 911 and getting an ambulance out here to try to find the rest of your fingers that'll be laying on the ground if you make that mistake, okay? If you are shooting a 20 gauge, you're the safer one. You don't have to worry about it because there's no way in the world a 12 gauge shell is ever gonna fit in a 20 gauge. If you figured out a way how to do it, let me know because I wanna see it. The biggest issue is the 12 gauge shooter has to be mindful of yellow shotgun shells. 20 gauge come in only one color and it is only yellow. Shotgun shells can come in multiples of colors except yellow. They cannot come in yellow. So just keep mindful of that when you guys are shooting. When you're on the course and you're utilizing the shotguns, if you have one of the really fancy AR style shotguns, got a big box magazine, that's all nice and dandy, but you're still only gonna put no more than 2 shells. If you have a 3-gun shotgun, it's got a magazine tube on it this long, will hold 10 rounds, you're still only gonna put 2 shells in your shotgun at any one time because you're only gonna be shooting 2 targets and then you're gonna reload. This is how the game is shot. If you've never shot sporting clays before, this is your very first time, you guys can utilize pull for the A and B target both. You call pull for A, you call pull for B. If you've experienced shooting before, you've done this before, you can shoot pull for the first target, and then you're going to shoot the second target on report. So that means when the shotgun fires, the trapper is going to launch the second target, and that's what you're going to shoot at. Most of the time, you will be shooting report pair. We hardly ever set any true pairs for any shoots or any gatherings that you guys might be doing. So we've covered a little bit of everything. We're going to go back over eyes, ears, open shotguns and unloaded at all times. If you guys follow these simple little guidelines and these rules, you'll have a great time out here. You'll probably pick up something new you've never done before, and you'll absolutely enjoy what you're doing. You guys stay safe out there, and we look forward to seeing you on the range.